You would have to actually have to go to work.
Oh my gosh!
I'm saying you.
That's a slur.
If I did,
That's a slur. 9 to 5 workers versus streamers debate. What is harder?
so how's it going?
Same old different day.
Okay, all right. So my argument here is that streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9 to 5.
Facts.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up, you go, you flip some patties, maybe you sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
when you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
We
I'm
have to
still
deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of people
Bullshit.
critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man.
decision we make, every thought we
You
have.
guys got it made, man. I wish I had it made like y'all.
We don't have to sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
we
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
What's the next trend?
Because
What's the next
shit I
idea?
go through every
Oh my
day,
God, I have to stream today.
I got dog.
Yeah, but he's saying y'all got it gravy. Like they didn't have to work for what they have. I can't stand. It's like a nigga going to a job. You start at the bottom and then you work your way to the top. You're a boss now. And then some little dickhead comes in and he's like, dude, you got it made, bro. Bitch, you know how many days I slaved to be in this position? I can't stand. What?
Dogs, I want to bite my ass
And
every
you have
day.
lunch breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
You got
high energy, 24/7.
I wish I could be at home like you and kick back and get paid big money.
We're not even at home. We're walking around.
Bro, does he not understand that a lot of the times when you're an IRL streamer or even a YouTuber in general, we're not at home most of the time. What these niggas, do these niggas think we just sit at home, make bread, and then that's it? No, nigga. You know how many high production channels there are? Like, bro, what are these niggas talking about? That's why I can't understand why people say stuff. Well, I mean, I understand why people say something like this, but come on, bro.
Walking around doing things, going to parties, doing all this stuff.
I gotta slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I gotta work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
You're not guaranteed?
I don't work, I don't get paid.
So do we, nigga. If we don't stream, if we don't edit, if we don't go out and make content and constantly think of content and please our audiences, we don't get paid. What do these niggas not understand about this? It's because of the bias. I fully think that everybody in that room that's not a streamer is biased. I fully believe it.
It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have a guaranteed
pay if you work.
I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
gotta work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't get paid either.
You don't got to deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, we have people.
This nigga said he don't gotta deal with people spamming L's. Is this trolling? This gotta be a that gotta be a troll statement, bro. You just adding fuel to the fire, bro.
People in the chat spamming L's. Oh, this is boring. We don't like this video. You have to create content. Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F does not define shit.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People.
If it's so easy, why don't you do it? See, people just see what's on the surface, but they don't know what's peeled behind that extra layer.
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get called fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat, whatever.
Terrible talking
That's
point.
your homeboys, though. I'm going to keep it
Terrible
above
talking
the
point.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy, you right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing flags.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
I can see.
So you raise your flag. Is there a reason you did
Yeah,
that?
because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day, get dressed,
We do the same. We do the same.
go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We do the same.
Every day,
We
too.
deal with tens
Right.
of thousands of children and adults.
The lacy thugs are. Do you not know who the lacy thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up and asking for a picture. You know how hard that is of a life?
Isn't that
That is
special?
difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever,
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's gonna last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why
cook,
you gotta
you
grind.
have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do.
Hey. It's called having backup plans, you heard?
Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would you
Job.
do if you lost completely all your YouTubers? You had nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to actually have to go to work.
Oh my gosh.
I'm saying you.
That's a slur. If I did,
That's a slur. You have to get a job. This is a job, lady. I don't get why people be thinking that this is not a job. A job is something that pays you, okay? This is a job we have to get up every single day, sometimes don't even go to sleep, and do work to get paid what? Money. Come on, man.
lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers whatsoever. He would have to turn around.
You're proving my point.
You would have to
You're
turn
proving my
around.
point. You're proving my point on why this is harder because
I don't understand why she thinks that we don't have to get up and do shit and go places to create content. The lady ignorant, cuz.
I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there.
You could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook.
You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight yo, Lacy. It's the truth.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 Loco cans. I gotta make sure, I gotta make sure I get the 4 Loco can. And
Not to mention,
You have to do work. That's what we have to do.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
This has to be trolling. It has to be trolling. Their talking points are terrible. This has to be trolling. They can't be serious. Are they trolling them right now? Chat. Somebody tell me if they trolling right now, please. Are they trolling the 9-to-5ers?
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from the South.
Nice to meet you,
From
Rhonda.
I can tell she's from the South. I'm from the South.
5 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative, I thought. I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism. Back in the 60s and the 50s, people didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business. So yes, a 9-to-5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
You get spoiled.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever done
You
it?
get spoiled. You get spoiled, and your mama and daddy keep
Rhonda,
giving it to you.
Rhonda,
Because
I got a
did
question
it.
for Rhonda. I got a
did
question
it.
for Rhonda. Rhonda,
Yes.
have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30 days straight,
24
hours a day.
day and night. No break.
We all streamed.
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
You know how
day
hard
were
it is
you a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad?
You
When have you
clean
ever
up
ran? You
vomit,
never ran a 3-minute ad.
pass trays, you're short-handed.
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now
It's fake
Think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
Sure.
every little person, we call them parasocials. They judge your
Parasocials.
relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging you.
I got caught with my ex.
I got
in
caught with
public.
my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health. When you stop caring about what people think and what they say about you, do you. And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think, social media, what they say about
Because
you.
that's our job.
That's our job. That's our job. But I have to defend her because I think she's dealing in the aspect world of, like actual like off-screen relationships and stuff like that, and actual off-screen interactions. I think that's what she's probably talking about.
You said you're a nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or a 24-hour stream?
I'm sorry, 24-hour open surgery. Are you serious? I got a defender. No. 24-hour open surgery. What points are these? What points are these?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh, brother.
Short-handed.
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
I'm sorry, that was a terrible point. Terrible.
All right, so you said 30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
part of the
editors,
FaZe team?
your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do it.
That's disrespectful to actresses and actors doing the same thing but on a higher scale per se in movies and shows. What? What is this? It's a collective effort.
Anything.
It's a group project.
No, because here's the thing.
Well, that's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
I would even go as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you
See,
know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a
Why
year.
is she laughing? Bro, she's making me mad. Why is she giggling? I actually feel like they're wrong.
Hi, I'm Chris.
All right, Chris.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier
Yeah.
because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%. You have
Makes
security.
it easier
Talk about
for
raises.
Makes it easier for 9-to-5 people to have a job because their pay is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
when you go to work every day, everyone's
So you're
like,
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9-to-5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9-to-5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to you, a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay? That's one aspect of it.
Working
right?
at Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera or wherever Lacy is easier than a streamer, yes, because a streamer has to come up with ideas. You have to stay relevant.
We're talking about ideas now. Okay,
yeah,
we're talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to start with, though? But it doesn't
easier.
make. But
well,
you're not even. You keep switching it. So why don't you answer my question?
I'm not switching anything.
You know, you 100% are.
Yeah.
So how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like what
stuff
is
that
difficult.
you need creativity. You need to get out of your circle, comfort zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what.
Oh, he finna go downhill. Oh, please say this. Say this right, bro. Articulated very well for these Misguided people.
Believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the same thing.
Absolutely,
so the people that you're
yeah.
entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true, but you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this
yeah,
is entertainment.
Entertainment
But
as
my
a
question
job
to you
doesn't have
is
any
why?
guarantees. Absolutely.
So do you truthfully, you could sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that, I'm just using that because that's the best
Sure.
example,
Yeah, yeah.
is harder than a streamer?
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
In the
there's
sense of
hard
everyday
physically,
activity, because
there's
some
hard-
people around here said, "Oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m." Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with
No. What? Wait, what? Why do you niggas be thinking that? That's true. I don't understand why they think like streamers. They think streamers just sit in their room with their socks on and just game all day and talk to the chat. No.
millions
When
of
you're
people.
creating that content and you have your phone,
Okay.
you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
Not true.
coworkers and you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So
a
when
job.
you go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, "Oh, we're not doing it anymore"? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on the camera as opposed to going in with the
That's not just the work, bro. That's not all. I don't understand why they think it's just cameras and editing. No, it's more than that. There's so much that has to go into this to make it work. The psychology behind this stuff is something that a lot of these people in this room cannot comprehend because they don't do it. It's more than just picking up a camera and talking, my nigga.
the bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift
Yeah.
and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number
Okay,
of hours
perfectly.
that you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me
Yeah,
out.
go ahead.
Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most
Sure.
important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that? And
Sorry, bye. See you later.
Seeing a lot of flags.
What's your name?
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. She's right. I'm not gonna lie. She's right. I look good though. Hey, we good.
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home, but if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long have you
berated.
been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job.
But that doesn't apply to everybody though. That does not apply to every single streamer or YouTuber. It doesn't apply to everybody. It does not. People saying, "Oh, you got the money to go anywhere you want. You could literally just go anywhere around the world because you're getting paid like that." If you're on that type of scale, but a lot of these streamers, they do not have that type of scaling of money.
And you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other opportunities.
So you're just saying a lot of points.
there's no relaxation.
Just so I can answer a couple. So you were saying like to go back to the beginning, you were saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home, like.
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would
So
have
I'll
been
give you
able
a
to do it
perfect
without.
example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right?
Yeah.
I lost everything, fell off
He was about to
completely.
though.
About to myself. It's a real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9-to-5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going back to
why.
what you said, how you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my, like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making more than my rent.
Yeah.
So I was losing.
You were in the red every month.
I was in the red every single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so
Double
alone
whammy.
across the country. So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system?
I don't like why she laughing, bro.
Okay, so I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege.
It is.
But my mom. How's that privilege?
It's privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to
What
take
is that?
9
That's
to
a whole
5s.
different discussion. So a lot of people don't have houses.
A lot of
when they
people
working
don't
9 to
have
5s?
families that support them or accept
But that's a
them.
whole different conversation. What does that do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given
So
the
how did you move to
opportunity-
LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question, would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing's secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an audience. And even if you do lose all your followers one day, even if
let's
you
say I
lose,
lost it all tomorrow.
you still have residuals of your previous viral
But that's-
videos. Even if people are hating on
that's
you and
not
shitting on you,
necessarily-
that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So
school.
were we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
University. I'm asleep. Oh man.
How you doing, bro?
Good, how you doing?
Alex.
Gabe.
Gabe, how we doing?
I'm doing good. So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a day.
So do we. So do we. I don't get these old ass niggas talking about we gotta wake up and do the routine every day. Nigga, I wake up and do the same shit every day. Every single day. Except for Shabbat. Besides the Sabbath. Every single day. Besides the new moon. Every single day.
Daily thing, it's a weekly thing, it's a monthly thing, it's a yearly thing, it's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're gonna lose their job. If you lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers. And you have a large following enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now, they get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
You say the wrong thing on social media, your whole social media gets depleted. Look what happened to Kanye. Kanye lost billions of dollars, bro, just by saying one thing. I don't get why it's a back and forth of nothingness, bro.
Culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
Okay, but check it
you're
out.
done.
Okay, so listen, but to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow you,
Yes.
you need to build that over years and
Okay.
years and
Okay.
years and hours of
Okay.
trust
All right.
and communication
Sacrifice.
and intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you.
Look,
that
the
you
things-
don't just fall into a
you
million
don't just
subscribers, 2
Of
million
course
subscribers,
not.
3 million
Of course
subscribers.
not. It takes work for sure. But like what you guys are talking about in terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like, you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there and like be on the whole time,
Yes,
no
they
matter
do.
what.
Yes, they
Anyone who
do.
has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
I said, what
Yes,
do
they
you
do.
do? What
Well,
do
I'm
you
a
do?
college professor, so I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
You're right.
Come on, man.
We have
You already know what you're doing.
We have to produce new shit every day.
News it every day.
To Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take
what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting.
You
I
were-
don't think
okay.
anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could quick scope.
I don't know if
So
that's
I had
something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years,
Okay.
right?
All right.
And then I had to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then
Okay.
do streaming.
Okay.
So
And
you're
with how many
constantly-
people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
Yeah, all of them.
dad.
There were a
He's
lot.
facing
You had a
dad.
team.
Yeah, when I was trick
Was
shotting-
it just you? Like
No. It
Okay.
was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of.
Yes. Yes, nigga, yes. I still do everything I do by myself, and I'm at 2 million subscribers on my main channel. 150,000 on this channel. I do everything myself. Am I saying that it's been that way the whole time? No. Very like blue moons, blood moon moments where I even had like a small tad bit of help because I asked for it. Because I wanted to see something, even though I could have did it myself. But 99.9% of the time, I've been doing this shit myself. I don't even want to go to the scaling of getting a team and all that unless it's for specific projects.
Me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13
YouTube become so
when I was
easy?
13
Because
years
a
old.
bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if
you
it
did
didn't
in the previous
exist,
point.
if it didn't exist, you couldn't press
So the
play, you
fact-
couldn't press record,
So the fact that
and
you
then
have
just
a,
talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on, then
Yeah.
boom, there you go.
Right, but I
Yeah,
also
I
had
have
to
a
spend
campus to
years
teach.
earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you
Video
just want to
games.
get paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
Vicky, and my perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the physicality.
brother.
You guys this is.
I
this
know
is
how to do a three-strand braid.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone
know.
is
So
very different.
So wait.
Very different than having to get up in the morning.
They don't just sit on their butts and I'm like, you can tell a lot of these people don't watch streams, nor do they understand streaming at all. They don't understand social media at all. They think we just sit on our asses all day. Matter of fact, it depends on what niche you're in, honestly. To what FaZe does, they can't just sit on their butts all day, my nigga. They get up and do things. If you were to sit Mr. Beast down, or anybody like him, and, or that does this, or Eric or something, and say, oh, all you do is just sit on your butt all day, that would be not true, because they got to get up every single day in the morning, go to a set, do things constantly throughout the day. Matter of fact, sometimes constantly, even after they get done shooting, like editing and coming up with ideas and making formulas not to fall the hell off, and et cetera, marketing themselves in a way that can keep their audience engaged. Like, bro, it's a lie, bro.
Carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul it around. Get up early in the morning. You stand on your feet all day. You never sit down.
I hear you. I hear you.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
All right, can I talk?
Yo, let Jason get up there, bro, because Jason been having some good rebuttals, okay? He's like, nigga, we do the same thing. They do the same thing. They do the same thing, bro.
Listen, so your whole thing.
So it's dangerous.
Listen,
your job isn't
chill.
dangerous.
So
your
thing
job
is,
isn't physically taxing. You're just talking into a microphone.
So listen. So your whole thing. Your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not physical.
No,
I'm saying that a 9-to-5 job where you physically have to do some hauling around stuff.
So I physically can't haul around
bags
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller and make a 200K montage. You can't. No one in here can. Come on, man. None of you can.
But you can carry some
hair and makeup.
And you have to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually,
You're thinking of 4 days they had a trick shot. You're thinking 4 days they had a trick shot.
Bro, these are, again, they've gotten better at talking points over time, but overall, bro, sometimes they be on some weird. Nigga, address her of the physical aspect of it, bro. Streaming and YouTubing, bro, it's not just always sitting down and talking to a mic, bro. It's the physical. I watch sometimes when y'all come on my timeline, I watch faze videos, nigga. Y'all be out in doing stuff every single. Oh my goodness.
Actually, yes, I would have to do
that. And then your day is never done. When you're done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace all of the things that you use?
No. Listen,
you have to clean all of your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
you
done.
You don't know about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When you're done, you're done.
Can you imagine these things?
Oh my God, disable resample.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling resample.
Oh my God.
My montage is fucked. Your main underlying argument here is what you do is physically
daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main thing is
brother, talk about what y'all do in IRL, not just the gaming space, bro. Because the gaming space is something that they can utilize and weaponize as a way to prove their point. Because niggas do sit on their ass when they game, but it's more than just sitting on your ass in gaming. There's a psychological aspect to it. There's a physical and mental aspect of it. Everything. If they don't understand, brother, big man.
What you do is physically more taxing and hard than what any of us
and
do.
Dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically trick shot. You could never.
He keeps saying you cannot physically trick shot, bro. Stop. You just feeding her point, bro. You're just feeding her point. I get what you're saying. They can't do what you do. But we talking about, like, she talking about the physical aspect. So if we're talking about the physical aspect and she's bringing up every single one of you, do the IRL aspect of it so that way you can oh my.
I would go as far as
how many hours a day do you trick shot? How many hours a day do you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However long I needed to hit a clip.
Every day.
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is...
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 10.
gotta be trolling.
Get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down.
Dead zones. Talk about the dead zones.
Talk about dead zones.
Stick drift.
Thing is, for the most part, but that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around IRL stream and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
Wait.
They're laughing, but that's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
died.
Almost decapitated him.
He quoted his thoughts.
Yeah.
Here we go.
My name is Thelma. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I am very occupation on my last job. I worked as a librarian with elementary school children.
So
I have been an executive secretary, legal.
Very quiet, peaceful.
Yes.
That's a very interesting haircut, miss.
Yes, all that, because it's who you are. That we create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers, and we interact and have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have it.
Have an energy? You don't think they have an inner? What the fuck? Did it? The ignorance, bro. The ignorance.
Are you serious?
You have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
So wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video and save lives every day. Probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. I have saved many people through them watching my video. I'm so serious.
About going out into the clubs at night, staying out till 10 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was having fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so.
So, but I'm saying it's like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
Okay, now.
Bro, you're in their video proving his point, negating your own point. You're negating your own point. You're diminishing your own point. You say, oh, y'all don't go out and touch people. Y'all don't interact with people. What the hell y'all think you doing right now? These folks crazy, boy.
What kind of shit's going on?
You go to the club, you get to put some shades on, and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that
drunk,
your choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
screen. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice? You chose that. You chose this life.
That's the thing. We can't.
And that's what's happening now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9-to-5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts, souls, minds. No, you are not.
Do you know how many?
Yes, we are, woman. What is wrong with these folks? I don't get it. Yes, we are. It's just ignorance, chat. That's all.
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you watch any entertainment?
Clearly not.
Oh my God.
Of course I watch
So do
entertainment.
you
I
ever-
got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course I laugh.
So then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make
real.
you feel better?
When I'm watching
Wait, did it make you feel better?
What make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
it all
watched-
depends on
have you ever been
it all
entertained?
depends- it
Have you
all
ever been
depends
entertained and
on
been
what's
like,
coming.
oh, I feel good?
Some of it is
I got a
fake.
banger right now.
Some of it is fake.
You see, you're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well let me answer your because I'm debating him.
Okay, yeah.
But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you. Right
Okay,
now. Go
all
ahead.
right, come on.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
You know, you're just like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
I'm a very social person. I'm very popular in where I do and where I am. I do social media.
I'm saying what we do has not affected people. It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hand
single
shaking,
day.
their hand shaking.
Like, you were my child. You know how like we grew up?
I had people on the phone crying because they met me, bro. I've had my closest friends, girlfriends, crying, snatched his phone, crying. Oh man, yeah. I done met people that said I done changed their lives, and all I did in the past was tell stories. Okay, tell stories and be myself. Okay.
Watching Disney Channel.
Yep.
I've had kids
Ben
come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my life. Had kids come up to me and say these things. So.
Okay.
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day. Bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the most difficult shit. How you gonna do?
I think he's coming in with emotions, bro. Yeah, that's just my assumption. Based off of his energy coming out right now, I feel like he's just coming in very emotional. I don't think that he's gonna deal with logistics too much, but yeah. Who knows?
Disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude.
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude, honestly.
She works 2 of them.
Okay,
she works at 2 hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She could work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
So if you don't get it, why the fuck are you speaking on something you do not get until you get the damn reassurance, until you get the info? But he's finna do that, so don't worry. Silky's gonna break it down for him, I hope.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said. You won't watch me because I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got tats. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Yeah. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Okay. I didn't have to interact with nobody, just packing meat.
Yeah, Will.
Come on, bro.
Hey. Is what you do fun?
I mean,
do you enjoy what you do?
If I make it fun.
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But
Bjorn is decent.
okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you. That was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to.
No. Listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them.
Silky! Oh my gosh, bro. Silky, you just fucked us up, bro. Silky, you just put us in a hot spot, bro. Oh my, first nigga saying 3 p.m. Oh my gosh. Silky.
No,
let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at 4.
No, okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up. I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, you know, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that.
Silky just making this shit worse, bro. Is he trolling? He gotta be. Silky just making this shit worse.
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So
yeah.
You know.
See him.
You know what's so crazy, bro? I believe that they're trolling, and these people outside of their group right now in the chairs, they probably don't even realize that they're getting trolled, bro.
I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, save that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool.
Silky got fat.
Now I have to game Marvel Rivals, but probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we could just scrub something around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m., I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is fried.
Do you know what's crazy?
My mind
8, 9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work
today.
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
You're going to sleep.
What?
Do I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
Kill him.
No, I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
it means,
is that racist?
Wow.
Get this racist out of here. He has no social cues. Right. Oh, you're back?
Baby, I want to say to you.
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said,
I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
And that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
He's trolling, bro. He's trolling. I like this. It's funny. I'm the superhero.
Uh-oh, here you go.
Jason!
I'm good. How are you?
You look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to
About time. Jason been having some good points. You heard?
5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
Jason.
I think streaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that.
Okay, they just trolling at this point. She said if if streaming is so much harder, then why do you do it? Because it's a job path. It's a job path. It's something that leads to money, and you can have fun while doing it because you genuinely love doing it. Duh, the fuck. It's like if I grow up playing video games, and somehow it can be made into a job. Why the hell would I go to school to be a doctor when I can just do what I love doing, playing video games, and getting paid off of it, or being in the social media space in general? I love doing and creating content. I did it for free when I was in school trying to be a doctor because I had nowhere else. I didn't know what else to do. But you telling me I can make money off of this? Bet I'm gonna choose this.
I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
Nah, I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again. If you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Oh.
I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to do.
so you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I was
touch
flipping burgers,
for-
I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch for the streaming.
Being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day. A 9 to 5 person, maybe one,
But,
2, 3.
okay, and then back to my point. Is that your choice? Was that your choice?
But that's not the point, though. The point
No,
is
that's my point. That's my point.
streaming is harder
Was
than 9 to 5.
that
That's the point.
you gave up your girlfriend for streaming? Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag.
He ran up a
He
bag.
did
You did it for a bag.
But the thing is, it comes to a point. Do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for? Or do I pick
something that I
future
love?
for something that I'm passionate about and motion? I pick motion.
I'm Lala Costa.
Lala Costa? Yes. Amazing name.
Thank you. I'm an attorney.
She makes a percent off people's fuck ups. I like that.
If you had an opportunity to get a 9 to 5 that you could create yourself, like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't? What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of. I
You
started.
feel stuck.
I feel stuck, yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it? Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
It's the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That
I
TV
have to-
show it's done. What happens to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go to-
stopped watching?
Well, no, I'm saying if thousands of you
Honey,
stop watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professional model, but
Okay.
I've worked since I was at the age of 14.
Okay.
I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more stop than a 9 to 5, and I also think you know, everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right? And then we all try to do what you guys do.
You get L's in your chat.
The probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely, your job is just got lucky because you're a gamer.
This motherfucker, I got lucky. Like 2 million subscribers just fell in my lap. All right, nigga.
You got lucky. There are so many people like you
I was
out
talented.
there.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck.
everybody's an influencer. Come on.
No. But
So many.
no. But specifically, what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. You know, it's basically all pure talent.
Wait,
Okay.
Can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual like.
So you were sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a camera.
I was 16, so it wasn't really like that.
You weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life? Like, what should I study? What should I like? Where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because-
just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
Yeah, no.
That's what we do too. We go to
it
school,
wasn't
we
luck.
study.
Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think, you know, people who don't have a job, you know, they feel they want to get lucky by getting a job. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss
Is
all
he
of his
the
hard
best?
work and all of his
Is he the
talent?
best?
I got four. I got four.
No.
Let me give my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling him
So that's not luck. That's
like
pure
less than
that's pure
1%.
skill.
So you're dismissing, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yes.
Are they lucky?
I mean,
No,
they have a
worked.
talent. They have
They
a
worked.
talent.
They had a
but
team.
as-
So what
you
he
know how
did-
many talented people out there and don't get the chance, they don't get the shot at it?
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not
That's
at all.
what you just said.
You just
No.
said.
What he did
I
to get
said
to where
a
he
lot
is.
of people are talented don't get the shot to do what he does.
Or people who
So
make it
it's
to the
luck.
NBA.
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. You know, there was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was just you dead ass?
Yo, you being serious?
Why you laughing?
I can't Why they laughing, bro?
It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 was I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to school.
And yeah,
So that's not. I mean, if that's fucking,
stand on it, stand on it.
if that's luck,
Where's the luck at in that equation?
Again.
is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we all have a job, we're lucky in some sort of way. But
God bless.
off of specific pure talent. And I worked on that since I was 16.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you. I'm
Yeah.
just talking in general. And there's so many people that are very talented, never get a shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right people. So there are so many even talented actors here. They never get a shot. So I'm just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck. I just saw an opportunity and just genuinely took it. It wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what, I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. It took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
It's a freaking video game.
I can't stand this blockhead, big wig mother. Oh my gosh, bro. She's like, it's a video game. Bitch, it's not just a video game when you make it in the realm of getting money. It takes more than that to get to that level.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride? Hey, he's made tens of millions of dollars playing video games, so.
Exactly. That's that privilege. That's that privilege.
But I'm saying
That's not privilege. That's not privilege. That's not privilege. What the fuck?
you couldn't hop on a game and
couldn't
do
do
what
it.
I do.
You couldn't do
That's
it.
a skill.
Your son couldn't do it. Your grandkids couldn't do it.
Some people
Your
can't.
son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
Anything that takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours
can't.
a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not
good
think?
enough
Do you not
content,
think if you're talented at something, it's a God-given gift?
Video games is not like
You don't think you don't think it's talent.
You're just too old to understand.
That's yeah. It's just, I can't argue that because
Y'all could never
gotta
play
keep it a-
FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep
shit.
it a buck. There's a disconnect.
Same
You come
shit.
from a generation where this didn't exist. This career, you looked at this career and you laughed. Now, how come in colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports?
Oh.
When you grew up, this didn't exist, so no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
Oh.
And it's fun, but it's like, again,
That's
it's
okay.
Oh, you gotta fight back.
That's
You gotta
okay.
fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice meeting you.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice
This
meeting
past-
My name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like taking
We
it back
fall
to
off.
that's being what? What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
The same way
reinvent-
you can do if you get laid off. You get a
Yeah,
new
that's
job.
it's kind
okay.
of is it not the same concept? Like
Right, it's the same concept, bro.
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media." That's kind of an easy alternative. So that seems kind of easy.
I know,
And
but
then-
I know, but if you lose a job, you can't.
just get another
No,
one?
you can search for. You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I interview every day, give the same spiel, have to give that smile of walking through my
I uploaded
resume.
videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And did
It's
you
just-
wait?
it's-
You
it's-
uploaded 7 videos and,
And
didn't get any views.
went to school.
Yes, nigga. I uploaded videos for 10 years, didn't see a single dime. Didn't see a single dime. I was fighting for 10 views, nigga. She's acting out of emotion, bro. It's just pure emotion in her voice right now. It's no logic.
School and still.
And paid rent.
Yes, I still worked. I worked
Oh, so that you had another job.
as a parking attendant. Yes.
Okay, and was that harder
Then what?
than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good at
Wait,
your
he's
job.
waiting for.
When cars park, they're done. Like it doesn't. I don't have to.
Well, that's
I'm not security.
That's
I just
a
go.
one
I go like this.
9 to
I go
5.
like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with,
Ooh,
sorry,
but people
my
play.
next.
Millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
Gifted? What are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent? Why is it not a talent what he does?
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a
Got her.
skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think you're a Mozart that you have this gift of like, whoa, when I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo, I do this
You'd be
flip.
surprised.
You'd be
I mean,
very
there's
surprised.
people out there who are genuinely.
Look at Ballhead in the back. He like. You'd be surprised. Trust me. There are some people that are genuinely talented at that.
They have their opposable thumbs like so good.
That's like saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso.
That's
Like,
what? I'm
what?
saying this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You
And win it.
couldn't. You
Perhaps.
couldn't. You couldn't.
Qualify.
You couldn't.
What do you mean I wouldn't
You can't even find
qualify?
your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it,
I know.
but
So like, but you're dismissing what he does. You're just dismissing like,
I'm not
oh,
dismissing. I'm saying
it's
that's
not a
easy.
skill. It's not a talent.
I
Like,
said it's a skill.
it's
I didn't
easy.
say it's a talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill that
But
you
how
can
do you
own and
how do you
can
know
master.
how do you know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like if you
I
don't.
played Mario Kart. I've played other games.
Not a professional level though.
Yes, not at the professional level. She keeps thinking that every level is the same. No. There are some people that play it at the basic level, and there are some people that play it at the professional level. It's two different things.
No, not a professional level because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
I know, so but you don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder?
What
How
is-
do you know?
what
how
does
do
it
you
take
know?
to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked at 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So
What does it take to be on that level?
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Tens of thousands of hours of work and editing and filming and constantly
I'm just
having
talking
to
about pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like the
reinvent
videos and
yourself.
stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I had to
did-
put tens of thousands of hours
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone, Tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players? You
I
couldn't.
can also put. I can circle back and give
Do you know how to
different
short
terms
launch pad?
from
When
my
you're trying to get to third
industries.
zone, third moving. Do you know
I
how to
don't
short?
know No,
launch
I
pad?
don't. But if I
Exactly,
want,
you couldn't, but Excel sheet, you could do Excel sheet.
no, but exactly. I
They're
can
just
throw-
talking. They're just talking game.
These
with
refreshes
As a
don't come to
babysitter,
you.
I can talk to you about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but if you wanted to, you would.
If us four
Put on
took 3 days, you don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh.
But let me give you, if I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
If I wanted to, I would.
So let's pay for her, whatever it is. Give you 3 days, but if you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
No, that's not how a job works. You pay me, I'll get the job done.
No. To get to their level, no, nigga. I ain't taking no 3 days.
I would say, in a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work and you got to be on 24/7.
It's difficult to answer that question for us.
Oh, okay. He spent the block. Okay. All right. I'll give him that. Okay.
I think because we didn't come up in this time frame, in this era. So and technology is totally different now, because we were just talking about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with chalk. I appreciate and respect what they do, and I think that's the consensus for most of us, that we appreciate and respect where they are. Yeah. But it's not, what we did was, we just feel like what we did was harder. And that's what I think.
So my mind was changed in the sense that now I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
My thought process initially is that I think that it depends on what 9 to 5 it is. I think that streaming and YouTubing and content creation is extremely hard. Not many people can do what I do, nor can they do what FaZe can do, nor can they do what my peers can do. But I also think that there are some regular jobs. They're both jobs. Understand that. It just depends.